What have we just witnessed, bro? We saw glimpses and glimmers of comebacks in both games today. PSG versus Aston Villa and Borussia Dortmund versus Barcelona. This is the Champions League. This is what the Champions League looks like. Both matches were entertaining, full of entertainment. Bro, I could not concentrate. So, well, let's get into this match. We'll start with Borussia Dortmund versus Barcelona. That game, from the beginning of the match, it was all Borussia Dortmund. From the first half, Borussia Dortmund pressed to get a goal. I think they lined up with three centre backs and two full backs. So it was like 5 at the back. And they had 2 centre mid and 3 attackers. This was a pure masterpiece for Niko Kovac. This formation destroyed Barcelona. The build-up, the setup of this formation, it destroyed Barcelona. So Barcelona could not control the midfield. They kept losing the ball. Their eye line, Borussia Dortmund kept breaking the eye lines. And in the first 10 minutes, Borussia Dortmund got their first goal, which was a mistake from Wojciech Szczesny. Wojciech Szczesny has been doing very, very good throughout this season for Barcelona. But that mistake was too big. It was too much. He should have. I know the defenders also were at fault for that. So yeah, we cannot really blame Wojciech Szczesny too much for that first goal. So it was a penalty. Guirassy took it, and it was a Panenka. Bro, the disrespect for playing a Panenka to Barcelona on a Champions League night. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that stinks. And it was 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. And the stadium came to life, bro. That Borussia Dortmund stadium is just too bubbly, too noisy. Away players will feel the presence of those fans. It's just something else. The first goal. They kept going and going. They were trying to get the second in that same half. But they had so many chances. They had so many chances. It was a shame that they did not score more than 1 goal in that first half. They were the better team. They were better than Barcelona, especially in that first half. And in the second half, I think Hansi Flick gave some instructions to the Barcelona players. And they stepped it up a bit. There was a little bit of control. And in the second half, Borussia Dortmund kept pushing, kept trying to get another goal. They kept playing what they were doing. They kept doing what they were doing in the first half. And in the 49th minute, they got their second goal, which was also from Guirassy. This dude is just exceptional. He's just too big, bro. That guy is massive, man. And the way he positioned himself in the 18-yard box is something to be studied, bro. He got the second goal, which was a wonderful goal. It was an header. It was a close-range header. And it stirred up the fans again. Everywhere was shaking. You could feel it from the television, bro. That stadium is something crazy, bro. Borussia Dortmund kept pushing and pushing and pushing to get another goal, but Barcelona gained control and they scored another goal, a cross from Fermin Lopez, which ended up as an own goal from Rami, who assisted Guirassy's second goal. So that killed the momentum for Borussia Dortmund, and Barcelona substituted and brought in Pedri, which gave them more control in the midfield. Niko Kovac made some substitutions. He brought in Duranville. That guy is too good, bro. It's just too fast, bro. The way he pressured Gerard Martin. Oh my God, I could not believe what I was saying. That guy, he destroyed the old defense. So Niko Kovac brought in some players which turned the game around for them. From a wonderful solo run from Duranville, he shot the ball, he crossed the ball. Arau could not clear it properly. That's not how to clear ball. That Arau, he played well to some extent, but that last clearance was just too poor. He literally passed the ball to Guirassy, and Guirassy, a bongo scorer, and finished it. Szczesny couldn't do anything. It was just having that night, that unstoppable night, Guirassy was something else, bro. Borussia Dortmund could have scored a whole lot of goals today, but Barcelona kept them out. But I think Barcelona was just kind of lucky today. And as a Barca fan, you get that reminder of what happened with Liverpool in the Champions League in 2018, what happened with Roma. You just get those flashbacks when Borussia Dortmund starts scoring. So it was not an easy night for Barcelona fans and Barcelona as well. So it was a very entertaining game. I didn't expect it to be like that. Everybody wrote Borussia Dortmund out. I was saying people giving them 1% chance to come back. But the final result says it all. Barcelona are through to the semi-finals, which is their first semi-final since 2018-2019 season. That is a long time. That's about 7 or 6 years now. That's the good aspect Barcelona can pick from this matchup. But Borussia Dortmund played very well. They played very, very well. And it ended up 5-3 aggregate. Barcelona won the tie. Borussia Dortmund 3, Barcelona 1. What a game. On aggregate, Barcelona 5, Borussia Dortmund 3, and Barcelona are through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. So, wonderful game, and let's talk about PSG. PSG were outstanding in the beginning, in the first minutes of the first half. They pressed, they attacked with pace and versatility. They did counter-attacks. And in the first 10 to 11 minutes, they got their first goal from Hakimi, which was a wonderful goal. I think PSG fullbacks right now, they are just too good. They are the best fullbacks in the world right now. Arguably the best fullbacks in the world right now. And Hakimi got the first goal in the first 10 to 11 minutes of the first half, and in the second counter attack, Nuno Mendes scored, which Ousmane Dembele assisted him, which was a wonderful orchestrated goal, orchestrated counter attacking goal. So it was nice. It was fast paced, especially for PSG. And Aston Villa got a goal back in the first half from Tielemans with a beautiful assist from John McGinn. Aston Villa fans roared in that stadium. The noise, you could feel it. And the assist was just beautiful. The goal was just beautiful. And they felt the comeback, the spirit to come back. They had that momentum going for them now. And they went for the second goal. And in the second half, they got the second goal also from John McGinn, who assisted the first one. It was just beautiful. It was entertaining. That was pure entertaining football. You cannot argue about that, bro. It was pure entertaining football. And in the 57th minutes, Konsa scored the third with a beautiful assist from Rashford. Rashford cancelled up to like 2 to 3 players. Bro was on his A game today. I think people will say is a good thing for him to leave Manchester United now because of the type of football he's playing in Aston Villa. Because it was just so amazing today. He cancelled 2 players and then passed it to Konsa, and he scored the goal. What a beautiful goal. What a beautiful orchestration. The assist was just immaculate. And Aston Villa were 3-1 up on the night, which was 5-4 on aggregate. And they tried to get that last goal. They pushed and pushed and pushed to get that last goal. It was not just coming for them. PSG kept on attacking, kept on defending, and they sustained that the lead, which was 5-4 on aggregate. I think credit to PSG and credit to Gigi Donnarumma. He had a couple of good saves today. Bro was just too good. It wasn't really a shock that Aston Villa played PSG this well, and some people expected them to win. I think that 3-1 at Parc des France just sealed the deal for PSG. If they had left it at 2-1, I think they would have had a chance to come back tonight. And the way they started the game was very, very bad, because they allowed PSG to score 2 first before they tried to come back, it was already too late, because it was already like 5-1 on aggregate. So Aston Villa played very well. Kudos to Aston Villa. Hopefully they come back in the Champions League next season. We'll see how that plays out in the Premier League. So yeah, it was a very, very entertaining night of football. Champions League. This is why we love the Champions League. See, I just wanted to say something. If tonight we could see glimmers of comebacks from Borussia Dortmund and Aston Villa, what are we to expect tomorrow, bro? What are we to expect in Real Madrid versus Arsenal? It's going to be full-blown entertainment tomorrow. You better don't miss it, bro. So let's just see. Maybe Real Madrid can come back. Maybe they can't. For me, I'm rooting for Arsenal to win. So, but let's see. So, nice matches today. And thank you guys for watching this video. Drop a comment down below your favorite moment of the match, of both matches. Which match did you watch? Was it the PSG one or the Aston Villa one? So drop a comment down below. And thank you for watching. And bye.